Good Tuesday morning. Let's go finish spraying beans. What is today? 25th of June, I think, something like that. So we got about 115 acres left. We'll be done today spraying beans. Well, this 12-acre field by the swamp down here was the one that the geese ate way up into here. Basically ate a good half of it, probably 6 acres off. And then last year all they ate corn-wise was right down here in the corner. Well, it looks like they've ate the same down here in the corner again. Barb and I were coming down here. She'd come down, I'd come down with the gator and try and shoo them off every day, but I don't know. I know some people say they have their biggest problems are deer and whatnot. My biggest problem, I don't have a huge problem in corn, but I mean, look, you turn the corner and here's soybeans again. You know, this was all gone 2 years ago. So obviously, and you can see my tracks are on the outside of the field with the gator. So obviously scaring them away for a few weeks helped, but they got some of it. It'll be all right now, what's left, which is the majority of it. But the rotten bastards is just geese, and when it comes to soybeans, woodchucks. Woodchucks around the outsides of the fields. Boy, a woodchuck can demolish a section of a bean field pretty good. And if they got a family, oh yeah, they really can. But I don't get a lot of deer damage. But I don't know, it is what it is. But 2 years ago, I mean, it was way up into here that there was a shit ton of geese that were here. So hopefully scaring them away helped. At least they only ate, I don't know, a quarter of an acre, a half an acre this year. So better than half the field. So apparently the neighbor down the road from Jim here, their kid must have graduated. I don't know if you can see way back there in the weeds, but whatever that net thing is on their lawn, and then the weeds in the back, they used to be lawn, but they can't seem to mow. Yeah, that was in my field, so I threw it up over the weeds. But then again, there was a trampoline in my field 1 year for 5 or 6 days. No big deal, you know. Then you got this damn guy up here. Look at the weeds on the edge of his lawn, on the edge of my field. Look at the sumac over there. I mean, come on, man. Sumac growing on the edge of your lawn? That's Jimmy's house, by the way. So give him shit about the weeds on the edge of my field here that are on the edge of his lawn and the sumac. Tell him, clean that shit up. What's wrong with you? So I'm down there on the mountain piece there where it's really steep by the road. There's some water standing down there. And this dirt actually looks darker, so I'm thinking they got a little more rain. We had 2 tenths Saturday, and then yesterday being Monday we had a quarter of an inch. That's all we've had. But I did have a buddy a couple miles north of us that said, he asked me how much hail we got. I told him we didn't get any hail. He said they had an inch of rain and they had hail. So maybe this farm got a little more rain than what we got. I mean, it's not enough to stop me, obviously, but I just thought it was interesting that there was a little bit of water standing down there. So, man, I need to pay attention that I don't, you know, fuck up another boom. So this is the farm we bought from Jimmy's parents. 10 acres out there, 10 acres in the front, and this 5-acre field. It's 2 miles north of the home farm. They obviously got more rain here. Like they told, like I said, that a buddy of mine said they had 2 inches and some hail. Because if you look over there, I'm making tracks turning on the headlamps. I had to turn you off quick so I could turn. And of course over there, the hedgerow between me and another guy's field. Big old tree limb off of an ash tree. Must have blown off right on the edge of the field during the storm. As I've told you, that's going to become a recurring theme over the next however many years it takes for all the ash trees to just up and die and be gone. So kind of sucks, but it's what's gonna happen. Done. See, I don't mind when people pass you, but I should have turned the camera on earlier, because I've literally had cars coming the other way that have had to go off the other side of the white line in their lane to avoid getting hit head on with the people that are passing me. I mean, these ain't that huge of roads, but whatever. Everybody's in a hurry. I mean, you want to pass on a double solid line? Yeah, I'm only going 20 miles an hour. But don't do it going up a hill or around a curve. So, I mean, literally, I wish I had the camera on, because I had cars that were over there, the other side of the white line, to avoid being getting hit head on by the people that were passing me. So, it's always in, like right here, this guy's passing me. Double solid line, a curve. There's no fucking way he can see over this little knoll in front of us. Another one right behind him. Another one. No way they can see around me and see over that knoll. But whatever. I mean, people want to die, they can die, I guess. Look at this. This person's passed me. There you go. That car and truck just had to get off the fucking road on their side because of this asshole, and he's turning down this fucking road. He couldn't wait another 30 seconds to turn down that fucking road, and he drove that car and truck off beyond the white line over there. What a fucking douchebag. Holy fuck, I'm telling you. Some people are special. And for those that'll ask, because I know they will, I'm hugging this white line with my right tire, staying in this lane. No, I'm not getting over on that shoulder. There are fucking laws. I get over there on that shoulder and these people pass me like they are, and there is an accident. Guess who's at fault? Yeah, I am. I have just as much right to this fucking lane as anybody else does. I'm not trying to hog it, not trying to be an asshole. I'm gonna turn quarter mile or so up the road here, but I'm not causing a fucking accident that I'm responsible for. That's just the law. I have to stay in this fucking lane. So, and if I'm in this lane and an accident happens, I'm not at fault. But that guy back there was the ultimate fucking douchebag. You were literally turning down that road and you couldn't wait 20 seconds. Well, you probably can't hear it, but there's a light shower on the roof. Obviously I can hear it on the steel roof. Whee. A little bit starting on the truck. I mean, I want rain, but I just finished spraying. I think it'll be alright, because it's here. Where I just finished that you saw me was Plainville. So it's not there yet. And I mean, they cover their asses with this stuff anyhow. They tell you 2 to 4 hours, you know. It's a fucking contact spray. I mean, it gets on the weeds, you know, suck it in, they start to die. So you farmers out there, you can put in the comments whether you agree with me or not, but I've done it before, and 20 minutes later it fucking rained. I mean, and it still killed the weeds. So I always like to figure 1 hour, and it's actually been close to that. It's 10 after 5. I've been back. I'm actually sitting over here in the chair going through comments from the video that came out this morning. So, which is getting harder and harder, I'm just going to tell you, because holy fuck. You know, it's getting so I'm getting like 400 to 600 comments on videos, but I keep trying. So if you don't get a comment back from me, you eventually will in a video sooner or later, but I try. I really do. But I know I comment back more than some people do. And I ain't even getting paid for this, which that's fine. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying. All right, so this is going to be a short one because it's 6 o'clock. I'm tired. I'm going to go to the house. The sprinkles stop. So I'm going to do my dipshit section. It's just going to be one this time. Although, I'm going to hold... Since today's video just came out this morning, I'm going to hold on. There might be more. So, I'll do this one, and I'll leave the GoPro out here in case there's other ones. But it's our good buddy Joe Volk again. Yeah, you look like about a, I don't know, 8th grader. So, Joe, I'm just curious there, buddy. Your comment was, what do you think happened to the American oil and drilling companies when gas prices are at $2? Answer, the same thing that would happen to you at $2 a bushel corn. If there's not enough profit, both go broke, go bankrupt. Okay, and some other people have jumped on them. So, Joe, I don't think you're old enough to remember the 1980s, because like I said, you look like you're 12. Gas in the 1980s was, you know, between $1.50 a gallon. I can remember buying I used to smoke Camel Lights and Marlboro Lights. Used to be able to buy them for like $1.25 a pack, $1.75 if you did it out of one of them machines at the bars. Y'all remember them, where you pulled the little round lever there that looked like a foosball handle? Yeah. And there was a super big oil boom in the 1980s when gas was, we'll call it $1.20 a gallon. And Joe, if you got any intelligence, you would be able to look shit up right now. The fact that, like in the past 2 years, you know, since your buddy Biden has jacked fucking gas prices back up with his beautiful policies, there has been record profits from the big oil companies. So what you're saying, Joe, is you want $4, $5, $6 gas so that the oil companies can have record profits. But yet we're supposed to be going green. Does that make sense? This administration is all about going green. I'm sure you are too, Joe, seeing you look like a 12-year-old. But, you know, and you're probably indoctrinated. Holy fuck. So, before you spit out your stupid things that make you the dipshit of the week, do a little homework, a little research, Joe. So, back in the 1980s, $2 a bushel, it's pretty good money for corn, because you know what? The cost of producing it was so much less. But today, the cost of producing it is so much more. So go ahead, bring on $2 corn. Bankrupt us all. We don't give a fuck, because you'll starve. So, and you seem so stupid that you probably think that your food comes from the grocery store. But you know why they're making record profits today on $4 and $5 gas? Does that make sense to make record profits when gas is double? No, excuse me, double, shit, fuck, triple to quadruple what it was in the 1980s when they were still making, well, obviously not record profits, but huge profits because of the technology of getting that oil out of the ground compared to what it was in the 1980s. You know, it's like our technology of putting that in the ground and then reaping the harvest of it compared to the 1980s. But whatever, Joe. You just, for one, you're the ultimate dipshit because you keep fucking coming back. Okay? You hate me, you hate what I say, you hate this channel, but you're here, Joe. So that makes you the ultimate dipshit before you even make stupid fucking comments. So please enlighten us in this video, because I'm speaking of the last video, which came out today, Tuesday the 26th. So this will come out, probably won't come out for 5 or 6 days, because Jimmy and I are actually going to be doing a live stream. You will have seen the live stream before you see this, by the way. But enlighten us in this next video, Joe, as to how they can make record profits with $5-6 gas. So, and you seem to think if it went back down to $2, like it was when Trump was in office, they would all go broke. It's funny they didn't go broke because, remember, drill, baby, drill? So Trump wants to keep drilling so that we don't have to deplete our reserve like Biden has and hasn't filled it back up. And we can actually sell oil to other countries. So you tell us how these big oil companies suffered when Trump was in office, because they didn't. And then tell me how they can make record profits now, you stupid fuck. Good Wednesday morning. I left the door closed for now because when it's sunny, hot, and humid out in the morning for a while with the insulation and whatnot, it actually stays cooler in here. I usually leave the light off too, but I turned it on so to make sure you can see me. So I'm adding one more dipshit who jumped on Joey Volk's comment, and Joey Volk never commented back after I, told him about how in the 1980s gas was like $1.20, and it was during the big oil boom, and the oil companies were, rolling in the dough. But then again, looking at Joey Volk's picture that he has on his, handle there, his name, I'm not sure he was born in the 80s, so probably ain't smart enough to figure that out. And you know how the lefty lunatics are. They don't go back and they don't actually research anything when they spit shit out. But Jaden Versteeg, I guess it is. Jaden Versteeg. Yeah, he's a real genius. He's been leaving all sorts of stupid shit. Biden's better than Trump. Trump is who only thinks about himself. But anyways, the reason he has his people, he can't talk or spell or write very well neither, because he manipulates uneducated people like yourself and your little rats that follow you, and you believe anything he claims, which I know half of what he says will go in the manure pile. This guy's a genius, okay? Yeah, Trump only thinks of himself. Yep. So then here's another one that he said. So you like a presidents, apparently he's plural, who send money to corn artists. Wow, you're messed up. Maybe you should go to jail like Trump. Corn artist, huh? Yeah, maybe you should proofread and edit your comments when you write them, because you say some really stupid shit. Corn artists. Okay. I'm thinking the R wasn't supposed to be in there, genius. And then he just goes on with different comments, talking shit about me, saying shit about me, which, believe me, folks, relax. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about me. I laugh at these idiots. That's why I started the dipshit section. But what's funny is, in one, he says, you need to find Jesus. Like, dude, maybe you better go read your comments, the shit that's spewing out of your mouth. But that's typical of the left. They can be mean, hateful, spiteful. They can say whatever they want to you. But boy, don't you say anything bad, or else you're a horrible person and you need to find Jesus. Special. Really, really special. But old Jaden, you've successfully made it to the dipshit list. So, today's project will probably be, I don't know, clean the sprayer up some. I won't be completely washing it and whatnot, because I'll leave it in case we have to do some spot spraying, in case we get some aphid issues, which we haven't had in quite a few years, but you never know. But here's your one more thing, and I hope you can see this. So, Mad Moose, we're making a new t-shirt. I'm voting for the felon. We the people. Are you getting it yet? Going to be at least 2 colors. Trying to get them to let me have 3, but Yep, that's going to be the new t-shirt. All right. If I get one before the live stream that Jim and I are doing Friday, I'll wear it for the live stream. You're going to get this video after the live stream anyhow. But yeah, we're going to have a new t-shirt that says, "You're voting for the felon, and are you getting it yet?" So make sure you push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel link and piss some fucking lefty lunatics like these idiots that we're putting into the dipshit, segment. Piss them off by wearing that shirt. So, all right, we will see you in the next one, whatever it is and whenever it is. Oh, and here's a second more thing. Seems to be a lot of them lately, but for old Joey and Jaden and dipshits like TT and all them, why is it even back in the 80s, these executives, the CEOs, and all the higher-ups in these oil companies, whatnot, get huge bonuses and huge salaries, just like they do today, making record profits and paying these people huge money while the price is high? I mean, does it make sense? But yet, Joe thinks that gas shouldn't be $2 because these poor companies would go bankrupt. Really? It's like insurance. The insurance on that thing right there, the 2016 dually, the GMC 1-ton right there, 2016, so we're talking 8 years old now, went up $300 in 2024. $300 the insurance went up on that. So, but for anybody who's ever been here to New York, like if you go to the boat rides up in 1,000 Islands, we've done it before years ago, like out to Bolt Castle and whatnot. If you go on some of them tours, it's funny because if you get the right person that's on the, the intercom talking to you, showing you things and whatnot, they'll say, and look at that mansion there. That's so-and-so from certain insurance company, CEO, and look at that mansion over there, and that's a CEO of this other insurance company and all this. Why is it that they all seem to make record profits? But here's what you don't seem to get about farming there, Joey. Okay, my father taught me this at a really young age, so this isn't a short video anymore, sorry. We're probably the only industry out there that buys retail and sells wholesale. What does that mean? Okay, those field cultivator points. Somebody tells me what I'm going to pay for those, which is about double what they were 4 or 5 years ago. Those chisel plow points, same thing, at least double. Fuel, fertilizer, seed. I don't get to say, well, no, I'm not paying that. I'm going to pay this instead. Oh, okay, we'll give it to you for that. No, that's not how it works. Okay, that corn right there, when it's time to harvest, and the beans that I've planted over there and all over, when I harvest those, somebody's going to tell me what I get for that. Just like the grain that I'm still selling out of those bins. I don't get to say, well, I want $6 a bushel. No, they're going to tell me what I'm going to get for that. It's kind of like, fuel. We all know how, well, not all, but farmers know how a lot of these delivery companies will charge, my dumpster. They were doing it for a while, but I told them I'm not paying the fuel surcharge. I don't get to add 10 cents a bushel on to my corn or bean prices when the price of fuel is high. But everybody else that delivers things from me or picks things up seem to think if diesel fuel gets up to $4, they can charge extra for it, a fuel surcharge. I mean, wake the fuck up before you start talking shit that you are so clueless about. It's mind-numbing. It really is.